It knows no boundaries. It does not show any prejudice towards race or religion. It can consume a child's mind mildly to severely. Roughly 1 in 91 people in the United States have it, including 1 in every 58 boys. No one knows what causes it. No one knows how to cure it. Autism is more common than pediatric cancer, diabetes, and AIDS combined. Bridges Learning Center in Columbus, Georgia serves those children affected with autism. A private school that introduces children to a school-like environment, Bridges has computers, smartboards, and classrooms for children to learn and complete daily assignments. The student-teacher ratio is 4:1, so every child is cared for personally while still having their own space. Equipped with a sensory room, Bridges does not hide the fact that this school caters to those with autism. In fact, it embraces it. The school regularly takes the children out for field trips and allows the kids to interact with the world around them.
Well, Myra, when you have any type of problem with your child, the first thing is worry that comes up. Yeah. And we worry about everything with all of our kids, but with Nino's, those worries are a little bit stronger. As a parent, one of the hardest things has been just how to help him live a full and meaningful life, and also how to help make sure that he's comfortable in his own skin and that we're comfortable with what he is and what his challenges are.
Autism affects children of all ages, sizes, and shapes, but the best prevention is early detection. Children with autism show early signs such as communication problems, like not being able to hold a conversation, and issues with reading nonverbal behavior. Other signs include, but are not limited to, sensitivity to light, sound, or touch, playing alone and in their own world, and issues with adapting to everyday change.
Do you believe that early detection is the key?
I absolutely do. Nino was about 18 months when we first noticed that there was a problem. And with Nino, it was pretty obvious because his language wasn't coming online. Mm-hmm. In other families, they may have a child whose language comes on very early, and it can be some more behavioral or more sensory mm-hmm. inputs that might not get discovered till early or until later. But Nino's speech and language delay was definitely a key focus, and we started intervening right away. I think that saved us a lot of trouble, mm-hmm. Because we were prepared for some of the later challenges. So my daughter I worry about, is she having fun at school, and is she getting along with her friends, and is she going to fall down on her bike and break her arm? Mm-hmm. With my son, who is not a traditionally developing child, I worry about, is he going to learn to be able to eat with a fork and a spoon? Is he going to be able to learn to look people in the eye? Is he going to be able to answer a question about how old he is? And so those are different kinds of concerns and worries that just as a parent you have.
No, we've done the summer program, but this year we're actually expanding the summer program. Mm-hmm. In the past it's been a 4-day program, and now we're doing a 5-day program. We've gotten calls from a lot of parents as well who want their children in a summer program because, as any parent, they know a child could slide academically over the summer. And I really admire these parents want of consistency for their children. They want them to continue with academics. Our academics are a little bit lighter in the summer program. Mm-hmm. We are going to be swimming. We are going to be going and playing soccer. We are going to the park. We are going to be doing activities 3 days a week. Everything from, kind of a water play day and a bubble play day here as an outside activity to going mm-hmm. to different places. And even on activity days, we do turn around and we come back and we perform our academics. Because of that structure and that routine is so critical for children with autism. And in doing that, the great part is these mm-hmm. children are interacting with the public on a daily basis and in a, quote, normal environment. And people are very respectful then, and they see how these children are moving towards, becoming a part of everyday life. I like the fact that Bridges does not expect every child to stay here forever. All right? Yeah. Their goal is really to see where these children can move back into what they call the mainstream.
I'm here with Barty Brady, the founder of Bridges, and we're going to ask a few questions. What made you interested in this position or developing Bridges?
Well, we have 3 children, and our first 2 are much older. We have one that's married and has children, and then I have one that's going to law school at Mercer. And Lawson was our surprise. He's our 3rd child.
Mm-hmm.
He's 15, but at the age of 2 that we found out that he has autism. And at that time, we just really did not know where to go. We were in the Muskogee County School District, and they were offering us quite a bit. But at that time, no one really knew too much about autism. Mm-hmm. And so I just started really diving into the internet to see what was out there, and saw a lot with ABA therapy and just some other things. But the biggest thing is that I soon found out that Lawson, I took him out to homeschooling just because we were having some behavioral issues at school, which we would have had anywhere. Mm-hmm. Now that I understand autism. But when I did take him out for homeschool, I realized that I couldn't teach him the normal way, and that he was very visual, hands-on, and as long as I could keep his attention with things that he could touch or see or smell, worked well. And so the idea of Bridges really came up through prayer and educating myself, and then just really living the life with the autistic child. And so the concept of Bridges was to open up and not only be there for the child and let them learn in different ways, but also for support for different family members. Because when we found out our child had autism, we honestly had no idea what. We knew what the definition was, and that was really about it.
As a white dove flies in the midst of the effervescent clouds, as the oak trees grow into a strong dimension, as the sun rays shine down to illuminate the earth, as the beauty of flowers bloom into everlasting worth, far beneath the simple nuances of life that are mentioned, there is existence in a world of dissension because of the diagnosis of autism. There is tension as the lovely design of the world seems to encompass its weight on the shoulders of precious children. This is a definite boulder for these children, and nothing could be more colder than the iceberg of stares and glares they receive on a daily basis from people who are not aware of their condition. Autism affects 1 in 91 children and 1 in 58 boys across America. The spectrum of autism is very broad, and there is a different criteria. For each child, there may be a mild case or an extreme case like Asperger's syndrome that causes a child's linguistic development to be hindered. Autistic children must be remembered. They are unique individuals with special talents that are certainly admired and tendered. These special children have a voice, and every word they want to express should be heard. As these talented children grow up, they want to be viewed as superb personalities with qualities that transform hearts. As the start of listening to music and domineering instruments represent the strong connection of an autistic child to the humble craft. As a fine-tuned melody often ties a note together, which displays a newly heightened transformation of the lasting impact that will truly last forever. The life of an autistic child may be different, but it is priceless, and the most important thing is awareness of the condition. So as the dove passes by in the effervescent clouds, imagine that freedom in the mind of an autistic child. As the oak tree grows into a strong dimension, awareness of the world of autism should be building and not drifting. As the sun rays shine down to illuminate the earth, never forget the birth of autistic children, because it will begin their turf. Indeed, as the flowers bloom into everlasting worth, look at each petal that is distinctly created in its true splendor, and remember to embrace each autistic face.
But we're still a family. We still eat dinner together. We still do a lot of things as a family. We still road trip. We still carpool. We still participate in birthday parties, those types of things. We've tried to make sure that we still do family activities. We don't want to avoid it.
It makes it much easier and faster to finally get to the finish line. Will we ever get to the finish line? I'm not sure, because I think that's probably going to be when I'm dead and gone and he's going to be older, and it's just going to be things that he has to go for, but I think we'll get him there. I think Bridges is a huge part of it. And the people that are here. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
On behalf of Bridges Learning Center, we would like to thank the Schwab School of Music as well as the Psychology Group Committee for allowing us to come here and take part in their musical petting zoo. The kids really loved it. They enjoyed it. Myself and some of the other staff members and parents also had a great time taking our moments on instruments such as the flute and the tuba and different things, the xylophone, things like that. So it was a really great opportunity for our kids to come out and be involved.